We've been given a backstage pass to this morning to step inside the studios and find out where Holly and Phil get ready. So, here I am with Patsy O'Neill, who is Holly's makeup artist, and this is where it all happens, isn't it, Patsy?
Yes, it is.
So you're sitting in the chair that Holly sits in.
Holly's normally in first thing in the morning.
What time? How early?
We
do you
normally start makeup around 7:45, 8 a.m.
And the decision, obviously, of the colours of the makeup and everything is very dependent on what she's wearing. What's the process with sorting this out?
Because she's a bit of a style icon.
Absolutely.
For women, because she's real. And people want to know what she's got on and how she achieved it. So I do think about it and think about what colours but I've really worked on not having too much makeup on her the last couple of years as well.
We love seeing the Instagrams that Holly puts up every day of her sort of the look of the day, and I think so many people log on to see, and it's always, what's nice is that it's so attainable, it's so sort of, it's lots of, high-end high street, but things that we could be buying as well, and sort of.
Well, most of the time I will go, where's that skirt from, and I go online to buy it before she goes on camera because it will be sold out, which is terrible. But about a year ago we came up with the idea of just shooting her every day.
How do you make sure that eyes are looking bright, that you're not looking tired, that sort of thing?
Well, the first thing, she's blessed with the best skin in the world, which I'm very jealous of because I have to really struggle with my own. But one of my favourite things for waking up your eyes, if you're up really early, is Eye Bright by Liz Earle. Not many people even really think about it or use it, but as a part of your makeup routine, if you're up early, Eye Bright, it's just like an eye tonic, but Eye Bright comes from a natural herb, which it just pings your eyes open and helps the whiteness come alive. And you just put it on with a cotton bud and you can just hold it there. The equivalent to what cucumber would do, I guess.
And so what about if you've got a night, perhaps it's been a big night. I know we all sort of enjoyed watching Holly and Phil the night after the National TV Awards last year.
Yes.
A big night where Holly's been staying up late. Anything that really, really works to sort of disguise that, in the morning, because there are mornings where we've all been up late.
I will.
And then we've got to do the school run or whatever, and we don't want
I will force a mask on her.
Okay.
Probably. She might be unwilling, but I will put a mask on.
That's interesting. So it really makes a difference.
Yeah. Some of the quick ones, because they've got like things like camphor in them, things that get the skin going really quickly.
And I suppose your day-to-day job, as you say, is just sort of some straight TV makeup for Phil, but that's not all you've done with him. You've done some pretty dramatic looks over the years.
Indeed. I've worked with Philip, goodness me, for 15 years now, on This Morning. And over that time, yes, we do the day-to-day. I mean, he's a man. What I really look for in everyday makeup is that he's not shiny, he hasn't got an naughty little blemish peeking out. And as long as he's happy, and just to help him look a little less tired, should it be the NTAs or any other of those things.
How about when you're doing big things like you did this year, Beetlejuice for Halloween?
Yeah, well, I love doing stuff like that. Bottom line, that's really where I trained a long time ago. And I trained at the BBC. And that character makeup is where my strength lies. I love it. And when the Beetlejuice came in, it was like, oh my God, I've not done anything like this for ages. And I got into it, and it was like the planning and the ball caps. And I actually bought the film because I couldn't remember what it was. And I watched it, and I thought, it's his nails. He's got nails, and he's got the teeth. And I could, I suppose, just because we had to do it with a really tight timeline. And I could have forgotten those things, but that's not me. And Phil's going, what are you doing? I said, I'm putting false nails on, and we had all green gunge, and I think he was very pleased. Well, I certainly was. I had a little bit of help from one of the girls next door because we were so speedy. So Fran helped me. So she was doing one thing, but I don't know whether you've seen the video. It was taking it off that was hysterical because it looked really weird. I ended up with my hands under the ball cap, so he looked like there was some sort of maniac thing going on. But that's what I love doing. But I'm very lucky to work with Philip, and as I say, for 15 years I've been working with him. And of course I do all the other things he does, all his other programmes. We've just come back from Amsterdam doing a new programme called 5 Gold Rings.
So, I look after all presenters and oversee what the guests are wearing. But this is a sneaky peek of what the hosts are going to be wearing for the next couple of weeks, because we're trying to plan that far in advance. Sometimes we change it because due to news or who's appearing on the shows, we have to take into consideration dressing. I think today you're in, Holly's in a big rainbow blouse because we're doing a unicorn cake, so we thought we'd play with rainbows and unicorns.
And that's actually a Tabitha Webb blouse, which we're excited about at Hello, because Tabitha's one of our gang.
We really do like Tabitha's clothes, style, prints. And print is something that we have got big into for the season, both with Phil, and Holly, as you can see. So we're doing printed skirts. So we tend to mix in high street with a couple of high-end designers. For the clothes have got to feel really easy to wear as well, because as I say, the presenters are moving, bending forward. We've got Luna the dog in, or there's loads of cookery items. So you don't want anything to be travelling, we call it in the industry, you know, where a blouse goes funny or a collar pops out or your shirt pops out the back. So we have to take into consideration all those little things also. You know, Holly's got a brilliant eye, as we all know. And what we tend to do is outfits arrive, we do press call-ins, put them together on a rail. But at the end of the day, anyone that's going to be on TV 2.5 hours, especially live TV, has to feel comfortable.
We have a big event coming up, the National Television Awards. Are you working with Holly on her gown for that as well?
I'm not working with Holly on her gown. That's something very different and something very special. I know what she's wearing because I'm working with Phil for the National TV Awards. Oh, okay. So I've had to have the heads up so they work as a duo, which is very interesting. She's going to look amazing.